Welcome to part 2 of our differentiated instruction learning unit. Within this unit, we are creating a formative assessment. It's a 5-question quick quiz, and within that quiz, we are providing review and also providing challenge questions, and then ending with a learner-centric prompt. One thing I wanted to clear up from the last video is that in this section, I didn't really address this, but where it says email addresses, that's where your students will put in their email address. You can change how you want them to sign in and so forth. I'll address that with you a little bit later, but just to explain that, that's where they would enter their email address to record that they have attempted this particular quiz and how many times they've made this attempt. A second thing I want to share with you is how to share with me. So you want to click on the word send. This is also what you would use to share with your students. Click on the word send, and then you're going to send via email or a link or an embedded HTML. I want you to send the link to me. Normally what I do is, again, let me walk you through exactly what I just did. Upper right hand corner, I clicked on the word send. I clicked on the little link here in the choice. And then I'm going to do shorten URL. And then I will copy this and send it. In your case, you're going to copy and send it to me. And in the case of your students, you could embed this in another lesson or provide this in a prompt on your screen, however you choose to do so. But that's how I wish for you to send that to me. All right. So again, this is part 2. Last time you were instructed to walk through and set up 12 sections for our particular assessment and type in your questions. Now today what we're going to do is include the go-to section based on answer function. So that we can, if a student gets a question correct, we can move them forward to the next question. If they get the question wrong, then they move to a review section. We still have not set up our videos. That's the next instructional component. So for today, we're just going to be sending them to a particular section where our video will be if they miss a question. All right, so let's go back up to question 1, which is section 1 of 12 for you, and click on the box where your question is written. And you'll see you have the series of X's over here. Again, I told you if you have one that you don't want, you click on the X and that removes it, but we don't want to do that. In a normal quiz, you could actually go in and add an answer key and assess points. But this particular formative assessment is really more for a learning exercise instead of them receiving a score, but this is an option as well later. So what I want you to do for this assessment is in the lower right hand corner, over where you've clicked on the word required to require this question. You see the 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots. 3 choices come up: description, go to section based on answer, shuffle option order. I want you to choose go to section based on answer. You see immediately our X's change over to go to next section. If you do nothing here, it will simply push the student to section 2. What we want to do is start with our correct answer. And in this case, the correct answer is 2. If we work that math problem out, go over to the drop down arrow for section 2. And we want to go to section 3. They're going to move to multiplying fractions. Or excuse me, we're choosing answer choice 2 is going to section 3, multiplying fractions. Okay. Now, that's the only one, because it's the only correct answer, that's the only one that's going to go to section 3 at this point. Everyone else needs to go to section 2. It's a review. Because sometimes I go through and I change and rework my sections, I don't allow it just to go to the next section. I tell it where I want it to go. In this case, I want the students who've missed these to go to section 2 review. So I'm going to click on the drop-down arrow key, and I'm going to choose Division of Fractions Review for every single answer except the correct one. And again, the correct answer goes to section 3, which is the next question. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through how to do that with the next question, so that you can get another example of how to do it. So my section 3, again, we're not doing anything with the video yet. That's coming, so just leave it alone. It won't matter right now. Go to your next question. For me, it's section 3. And my question is to having the students multiply 2/3 by 4/6. And my correct answer is 4/9. All right, so what I want to do is click here. Again, my question is required. I'm just going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to go to the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner. Go to section based on answer, which is your middle selection here. And it gives you the option to tell it the section you want it to go to. All right, so I am currently in section 3 of 12. I'm multiplying fractions. Those who miss it will go to multiplying fractions review. Those who get it correct go to equivalent fractions, which is section 5. So my correct answer, which is 4/9, is going to continue to section 5 equivalent fractions. Everyone else is going to go to section 4, which is a review, which is a video that we will put in at a later time. Okay. So you'll notice that I have each one is assigned to a section. The correct answer goes to the next question, which is section 5. Incorrect answers go to a review of multiplying fractions. I want you to go through and do this for each of your questions. Again, leaving the videos alone for now. We'll go back and add in our video for our review. And then also, don't worry about adding in anything or to deal with your materials down here just yet. All right, if you have any questions, remember to email me or call me. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do one more thing. Let's go down to our last question, because I do want to show you how to, with this particular one, with our last particular question, your correct answer for section 9 will send the students to a video where they are being challenged. This is actually a preview of the next question. So for your last question, when you get your correct answer, what you want to do is send the correct answer to the challenge video, and the incorrect answer will go to the review. All right. All right. So again, have any questions, feel free to contact me, and I can help you kind of work through any problems you may have. When you have completed adding in your go-to section and you've added all of your questions, I want you to share this with me again so that I can look over it and make sure that everything is as it should be, and your questions are, your links within are working and moving you to the appropriate section. All right.